Hi, Dave. This is Daryl, and I'm looking at your simple 1, 2, 3 reversal price action scalp setup on the pound yen for Friday, June June what? June 10th, 2016. And I'm going through. I'm going to go through these where these check marks are. I found what I think are proper trades, and maybe you can help me on that. And I just like to kind of go through and show you my thought process to see if I'm capturing the essence of what you're trying to show here, Dave. So let me start. This gray box, by the way, is the U.S. session from about the open till around lunchtime, and it's a 5-minute pound yen chart. Um, Pardon my Bollinger Band here, but I use that for something entirely different. But anyways, so I'm going to go through that right now. Let's see here, plus. And what I'll do is I'll go through using the F12 key to kind of highlight my thought process. Okay, so at the beginning right here, I'm not interested in anything because we're obviously in consolidation. And then we do have a drop, then another rise, another drop. And so here we have a potential, what I'm thinking here on the, I call this candle 1 and this candle 2. So if that is true, that's what I'm using, but we have no break of this one until over here, but it's less than 2 pips, and since it's the pound yen, that's what I'm using is 2 pips for my entry criteria. Nothing happens over here, but anyways, I'm also saying that for my purposes anyways, that if nothing happens by 2 candles after the fact, this would be candle 1, this would be candle 2, then I'm not going to take an entry. Okay, moving right along. Okay, now we have a new current high and a potential candle 1, candle 2, and then we do have a break of candle 2 right here. So I would be in right here, somewhere right about this level, in by a couple pips. My spread on the pound, excuse me, on the pound yen is about 3. So next candle, I think it drops enough. Let me see the low here, 96. So I'm in at 94. This low is 92. So I'm still with the spread. I'm still at about roughly break even at the low of this candle. Moving down, now I'm in profit to some extent, so that my stop is plus 5, plus 10, something like that. And now it's probably, let's see, so this one could have made, less the spread, could have made 18, 19 pips before, or it made that, so it could have probably made at least 10 pips, depending on how closely I trailed that stop. Okay, so, excuse me, that's the first trade. Moving along, I draw a trend line here just because it's appropriate in my mind. So this gives me a 1 and a 2. So this one actually looks almost identical to your first post and your third picture on that. So I'm going to then use 2 pips above here as a potential entry, 2 pips above this number 1 candle. So moving along, it does in fact, I do in fact get an entry right here at the break of this 2 pip above this number 1 candle line. Okay, and this trade takes a minute, but it does take off and moves up nicely. And this one probably moved up about 50 pips, so probably would have been good for 35, 40 pips on this trade. So now I have another 1-2 set up, breaks right here, so I'm in another trade right here, and it moves down nicely also. Okay, so I did have 2 more trades in here, which I'm not going to go over. I don't want this to be too long. And let me leave this up here for a second so that you can maybe evaluate on your own and be anxious to hear some feedback. So thanks, Dave, for posting this. And this is Daryl signing.